Welcome to Thrive with Abby, where we have conversations that help you hold into your identity so you can thrive in the purpose that God has created you for. And it's me, Abiola Makonjola, your girl. Anywho, welcome. Um, Today I wanted to just talk about I wanted to share 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Thrive with Abby, where we have conversations that help you hone into your identity so you can thrive in your purpose. Sometimes I forget like the tagline, and then I have to like take a pause and like remember, and then I'm like, yeah, I got that. But anywho, welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. So today I just wanted to talk about how I'm restarting at the age of 35, and I contemplated sharing this. For the most part, it was me coming from, I'm not gonna lie, I felt some type of way. I felt some shame sharing this, to be very honest with you, and that's just because I just felt like, oh my goodness, everybody's gonna be on the internet watching this and they're gonna be questioning, Biola, are you okay? How are we here again? Like, things have been happening since you were 19, you know, pregnant at the age of 19. I became a single mother at the age of 22, went through toxic situationships, finally found my voice. Then I got married at the age of 30, got a divorce at the age of 32, currently raising my boys independently. It's like I felt that type of shame where it's like back-to-back things are happening, and I didn't necessarily want people in my business, I'm not gonna lie. But then on the other hand, I know the reason why God has created me, and I know that all of these things, as it's happening, I'm like, no, it's not just for me to keep. It's for me to be able to share my experiences with other people. It's for me to be able to just allow people in with discernment, of course, but to let people know that they're not alone. You know, you might be going through, I don't know, whatever it is that you're currently going through right now. You might be feeling like, oh my goodness, what's happening with me? Like, why is it happening like this? Like, why is my own trajectory different? Why is it not like the other person? But I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone, really and truly. If I can, you can. We're all in this together. But anyways, yeah. So at the beginning, not the beginning of this year, maybe the beginning, whatever, April of 2024, I was let go from the job that I had. Did I say that I did not see it coming? I would be lying if I did not say that I did not see it coming. If I say that I did not see it coming, but it just happened so fast. You know, this was a job that was well paying, you know, highest paying job, and you know, I was happy. In the back of my mind though, I knew that I wasn't going to be here forever. However, it just felt good being in a place of security, being in a place where I was able to pay my bills and still even have change, or still even have more to be able to do other things with my boys. You know, I was able to fulfill other needs apart from just like thinking about what am I going to do, or how am I going to meet this bill, or how am I going to pay this bill. You know, so I felt good in that, you know, with that sense of security. However, there was also that part of me that questioned the rat race, because I felt myself slowly sipping into this rat race where I was working and just paying bills, and I just started to just question a whole lot of things. And I'm like, is this really what my life is supposed to be about? You know, and that question has come up for me a whole lot of times. You know, back in 2014, when I first got my like corporate job, you know, I asked that question, which led me to quit my job, which led me down this rabbit hole of finding purpose, which led me to hit rock bottom, and then I found my voice, which led me to really having an encounter with God, even though I didn't give my life to Christ, because I used to be a Muslim. But I had an encounter with God, and I believe that it was the Holy Spirit that spoke to me. And, you know, he told me what I was supposed to be doing on earth. I took that, ran with it, and I went on this spree of, I want to coach, I want to make 10K a month, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And I was helping people. You know, I saw great trajectory. I enjoyed what it is that I was doing. But the one thing that really remained constant was me just chasing. And this year, the beginning of this year, was when I really started to question. I'm like, yeah, I have this great job, you know, that in Biola of 2022 would have killed for. Like, oh my goodness, this job, this is what I need, this is all I need. Like, I have this. So one part of me was questioning this rat race, and then another part of me was also scared to lose this job, because I'm like, man, if I lose this job, what's it gonna be like? What's it gonna be like? How am I gonna feed my kids? And I actually communicated this to my ex-bosses, to the bosses that I had at that job, because I ran into some difficulty with the job. I was clashing with another colleague and whatnot. Ultimately, that led to me getting fired. And the one thing that I heard, even though prior to me getting into the difficulty that I ran into, prior to then, I would always hear like positive feedback. I would always hear like, oh my goodness, you're doing such a great job, Abby. Thank you so much for being on the team. We appreciate your help, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm an asset. And then things happen. And within a span of like, I'm telling you, maybe and I don't even think it was up to 2 months, but within a span of like maybe a month to 6 weeks, I was replaced with somebody else. Cool, no problem. But the one thing that I heard that really allowed me to just take some steps back and really assess and evaluate my life was, I'm not a good fit. And why that really stood out for me was because last year, the same thing happened in January of 2023, where I was let go from another job that I had. And the overall on the underlying conversation or foundation of that conversation was, you're not a good fit. So then I'm like, so where do I really fit? And I'm this kind of a person that I've not necessarily been one who wants to grow somebody else's company or who wants to aspire to become a CEO. Literally, the major reason why I would say that I've had jobs is for me to be able to like pay my bills and stuff like that. Because literally, I'm that employee that I go to work, I do my work, and I come home, and I'm just like, man, like, this happened last year and this is happening again this year. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's going on? My instinct in that moment would be for me to go out and for me to get another job, once this people let me go in April of 2024. But I told myself, I said no. I was like, no, God, I really want to know what you have for me. I really want to know the life that you have created for me. Like, I really want to know, like, I want to know, because there's this push and pull thing that I keep doing with God, where I know that there's this walk. I know that God is calling me to something higher, but then I keep allowing myself just play small. And then I'm hearing this, you're not a good fit, you're not a good fit. So then I remember that particular day where when I was let go, the day that I was let go, I was driving down in my car, I was driving home, and I just told God, I said, God, I really want to know what fit you have for me. Like, I'm tired of this rat race. I remember I had been questioning this whole rat race situation at the beginning of the year. I'm like, I'm tired of this rat race. I really want to know what it is that you have for me. I really want to be in a place that fits, like, where I'm a good fit, that would allow me be the mother that you've called me to be, that would allow me be the wife that you've called me to be, that would allow me be the minister that you've called me to be the vessel, be the disciple that you've called me to be the speaker that you've called me to be, that will allow me impact lives, that even when I face challenges or opportunities for growth, it doesn't feel like, I don't feel like this is not my place. I feel fulfilled. I feel of purpose. Like, I really want that. And that just allowed me go into a very deep dive with God, where I started to learn about the Bible. I started to study my Bible. I started to, like I said, God, I want to know what life is about. I just don't want to hear from the perspective of other preachers or pastors or social media or all these posts where somebody will write something. I'm like, oh my God, that resonates. And then next second, I have this fear and I have this anxiety, and I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, I want to really know. I want to really understand you, God, from, the perspective of where, like, when you created man, what was the purpose you created man for? Why did you bring me onto this earth? Why am I here? What am I doing? Yes, I know you've given me words, but I still don't understand it in the grand scheme of things, because I'm still chasing and I'm doing this back and forth thing with you, where I'm running off and I'm coming back, I'm running off and I'm coming back. And so, yeah, that just, led to me hitting the reset button. I'm like, if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. Because now what I've done is that I've invited God into my life. And the thing with inviting God into your life and saying, God, I want to do this with you, is sometimes he's going to have to just cut all of those things out that you thought you knew, in order for him to start to build you back up again. In order for him to be able to give you beauty for your ashes, he's gonna have to, like, take all of those things, yank all of those things away, in order for him to build you back up again. And that's what I'm experiencing. That's what I'm currently experiencing. And while I would not say that it's been a walk in the park, because I'm not naive to say that, oh, it's been easy and it's just been like I have had, like, there's this deep like revelation that I have had that allows me to be more intentional with the steps that I'm taking, you know. Just having that spiritual connection with God, because the truth is I'm just tired. The truth is I'm tired of doing things out of my flesh. And this is coming from somebody that has tried a lot of things, you know, in the name of making $10,000 every month consistently. And there's nothing wrong with making money. One of the things that God wants us to do is to enjoy life. And how do we enjoy life? To be able to, you know, we live a comfortable life. We make money. We're able to live a comfortable life. But the thing is, when you make that the essence of your existence, then it becomes, your identity is rooted in that money. That when you don't hit that goal, or you don't hit that goal of how much you want to make in a month or in a year or whatever the case is, you become so soaked and so like you lose who you are. You lose your sense of purpose. Or is it being invested in men, you know, the ideology of I want to be married, I want to be married, I want to be married. Again, God created marriage and he knew that we needed each other. We need to have companionship on earth. But then when we make that a sense of existence, we lose ourselves. We lose the essence of who we are, that we cannot live or breathe without that. And that's coming from somebody who has allowed all of those things identify, or I have identified with all of those things. I've allowed all of those things just play in the trajectory of my life, identifying with men, being obsessed with getting married, identifying with money, identifying with education, and just, you know, chasing to the point where I'm just like, okay, now I'm tired. I want to have a good life. I believe that God has created us to be able to have a good life, to be able to be a blessing to other people, to live a comfortable life, and to expand his kingdom on earth. But I've been doing it on my own terms. I've been doing it how I think it should be done, not necessarily going back to God and say, God, you gave me this word. How am I supposed to do it? Because this thing is bigger than me, because I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. How am I going to get the money to be able to do this? How am I going to get the resources to be able to do this? It's bigger than me. I don't know how to do it. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share. Again, like I said, I did feel I did 3, 2, 1. I did feel a lot of shame coming here and sharing, because again, it's like yeah again. But the truth is, it's not over until I decide that it's over. It's not over until I say it's over. It's not over until I hit full stop and I'm like, there's no going back and there's no moving forward. I just choose to stay here. So I have, man, I'm 35 years old. I could either say it as a way of, Biola, you've learned so much in your 20s and you still continue to learn in your 30s, and you could take all of those things, that body of knowledge, and you could pour it into somebody. You could pour it out there, or you can just look and you could just sulk and be like, oh, I've wasted the last 20 years of my life. Because no, I have learned a lot in this journey, right? And I've just decided to do the former, which is to take all of that wealth of knowledge and to just pour it out there and to help other people. I want to be able to help young girls to know that you don't have to live in the valley for you to be able to be who God has created you to be. You don't have to do certain things for you to be able to be who God has created you to be. You know, there's a way, there's God's way. And while I don't fully know the entirety of God's way, one thing I know is hope, love, faith, trust in God will take you from where you want to go, where you are right now, to where you want to go. And I just wanted to document, share this series, or share this time, or share this transition that I'm going through, for me to be able to look back on and be like, man, look at you now. And also just help somebody out there. I don't know who's on their last leg. I don't know who's just, in a place where they just feel like, man, I don't know if there's anything I could do with myself. I don't know if there's anything, anywhere I can go. I don't know if there's anything else for me to do. I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone. It's not over until you say it's over. Let's do this together. Let's do this with God. We're putting God at the center of it. So if you're ready, you're like, yeah, I'm ready to put God at the center of it, then yeah, definitely this video is for you. And I hope to be sharing more as I continue to go on my journey, and just sharing what that looks like, and sharing what doing life with God, genuinely surrendering everything to God. And I mean financially, spiritually, physically, relationshiply, doing everything with God. I'm going to be sharing what that looks like. And let's thrive together. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day in the world.